How you doing, folks? It's Patrick Duff from Rabble Rouser Media. Last night, I had the chance to go to Moorestown City Council Meeting. I was alerted that there was an issue where there was a clustering of homes, what we're calling low-income homes, but they were really group homes for mentally disabled adults. And they were being grouped or clustered in this one Collins Park section of the town, which is on the other side of the tracks, you could say, to kind of explain it easily for people, in the sense that it's a lower income side, and I shouldn't even say lower income, I should just say the values of the homes on that side are not nearly the value on the homes of the other side, which are, some are 5, 10, 12, 20 million dollars. But when I was alerted to this, I said to myself, well, let me go down to the council and see, number one, how the council treats the situation. Number two, how does the community handle the situation, And, because I've been doing this a while, and even though a lot of talk happens amongst citizens and residents and towns, many times people fail to show up to these meetings. And that was the furthest thing from the truth last night. I mean, the Moorestown City Council was standing room only. I mean, I would say there was probably 100 plus people in the room. Very engaging. The presentations made were very professional. There was some, controversial statements that were made that were actually addressed, and concerns that were made by citizens of the township, which I must say showed up in force, and a real demonstration of how, if something is a concern, and if there is a good showing of the community, that the concern is more likely to be addressed. And I must commend both the citizens of Moorestown, New Jersey, along with the council, for being very professional, considerate, listening, responding, more importantly. Many councils I go to do not respond to the questions, do not answer the questions, do not address any concerns. They literally just sit there stone-faced. So to Mayor Gillespie, to Quentin Law, I don't believe I remember the other folks' names. It was the two that were right in front of me, and the town manager and the solicitor. I thought you all did a fantastic job. But there was one standout last night. There was one person who spoke last night that was so moving that I came to tears. And she is a person named Candice North, who was sitting on a temporary form of a committee that was formed back in 2020 after a Black Lives Matter protest or march that happened in Moorestown. They came together. They wanted to figure out how they can make a more diverse community, more inclusive. So they started in a sense, a subcommittee forming of a future committee in Moorestown that people were to look at inclusivity, based upon race, disability, and other factors. Now, that committee is still yet to form 2+ years later, and last night there was a discussion about forming the committee, and there was some slight pushback just in how the ordinance should be worded, and how the council, different council members saw it, and the mayor saw it. But I think after this young lady spoke last night, they had to see things differently, in that you need to hear the voice of the people who feel voiceless, especially in a community such as Moorestown, where there is such a large wealth gap. And what you're about to hear is a woman named Candice North from Moorestown, New Jersey, who spoke last night, August 8th, at the Moorestown Council Meeting. And again, I am, a good government advocate. I do appreciate the council, mayor, and all the attendees last night in Moorestown. It was a absolute display of what good government and what good citizens can make happen together. And I do appreciate that as a model for what other townships and municipalities and boroughs in the South Jersey and New Jersey area should try to achieve. So let's take a listen to Candice North. Again, Patrick Duff, Rabble Rouser Media, www.rabblerouser.blog. We're in New Jersey, rabblerouser.com. Let's listen to Candice North.
We go from short to tall to can't hold it. Diversity. See the diversity? Diversity. Good evening. My name is Candice North, 315 East Linden Street. I joined the task force back when it first started. I was so excited when I saw this come up upon my email. And I joined it for many reasons. I have family from the beginning of Moorestown. My great-grandpa was that peanut man on the Friendly's Mirror by the mall, and he did all the slate roofs and everything, and sold peanuts outside, which was the play place. Now it's the karate place. But that's why I joined, because I saw the change in the town that I grew up in. Class of 1990, Moorestown. And growing up, I lived in a very nice middle-class town. I didn't know there was money. I didn't know there was race. I didn't know anything about this town except people were nice. And when you were naughty, you got it from your neighbor, and then you got it from your parents, because that's how the town was raised and brought up. And it's changed over the years. And I feel like instead of being a town with a friendly town and everything, I feel sometimes it's changed to a paycheck and where you live. And just going to put this down because I'm just talking from the heart. I love this town, and I joined this committee for the disabled. I have to go to another town to do shopping. There's nowhere I can shop in this town. I can go wedding shopping, but I'm not getting married anytime soon. You know, I can get pretzels, but I can't do things that other people can do in this town. I used to not be able to ride around my whole neighborhood because we didn't have appropriate ADA sidewalks for me to go into the streets. And this is things that the town needs help with this council. It needs to realize that we all are not privileged to do everything that's in this town and enjoy our town. I love my town. I wouldn't change anything about it. I just want to enjoy shopping. I also feel that I also represent the lower income of this town. And I do get nervous when it comes to, I talk to people, and like Reverend said, so many mean things said on the internet about the low income coming into town, about this building being made or this house being changed to low income. I meet people every day in town. Never see anybody in a wheelchair, so I'm known as the wheelchair lady. And I talk to them, and I enjoy the conversations, and I enjoy telling them how the place next to 7-Eleven on Chester Avenue was a bowling alley, and I was growing up with 6 lanes. But I get scared, because I'm thinking, what if it's one of those people on social media that hates us poor people, that don't want us? That's hard. And that's why this council is so important for us, because it's people like me who represent this town from the beginning of this town, not just 10 years ago, not just 100 years ago, the beginning of this town. And to feel uncomfortable in a town that my family raised me in, it's not fair. It's not fair at all to anybody. Black, white, disabled, walk, run. We all need a voice in this town. And a simple thing I'm going to leave you with is at my church. The first time I went to church, the pastor said to me, Miss North, how did you enjoy the church today? I said, the church speech was beautiful. It hit my soul. One problem, Pastor, I can't reach the soap to wash my hands. Do you know he heard me. He heard and felt me. He listened to my voice my need to be comfortable and accepted. I went in that next week. There was a pump soap right on the wall that I could reach. A simple thing that this task can do will change somebody's life. It could be one person, but that simple soap made me feel wanted. It made me feel I'm accepted for who I am, no matter wheelchair, no matter men waiting list, no matter what. And that's why this task is so important. And I would love to have scrutiny, because scrutiny is going to help us help them understand us better. So I would love to have some scrutiny so I can teach this world I'm just equal to you. So thank you.
Thank you very much.